Right then. Hello everyone. Live streaming once again. Hopefully you can hear me nice and clear. I need to get the stream up on my phone so I can read the chat. This might be a 2-hour live stream. If things go well, then, oh yeah, that's a good point. I need to do a Discord ping. There we go. That's better. 224 people in the Discord server at the moment. And Union Pacific fan 4014. Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. Oh boy, we have quite the stream ahead of us. You can also see my somewhat clean shaven knee, my leg. Yep, looking after myself, folks. Nice cold drink as well. Okay, so there is a plan for this stream, and the plan is to take models apart and get some bricks back. So when I did Comic-Con back in March, I displayed my Deathwing model, and this has been very back and forth, which is not good. I was hoping to turn this into a nice big display piece, but sadly I no longer care for it. And that's a shame, because this was something very different. It had potential to become something really cool, but at the same time I would rather use the pieces for something. Well, it's not so much use the pieces for something else. I mean, this has been a pain in the ass to store, so I just want the pieces back, if anything. If I could put the pieces to use for something else, excellent. If not, then, you know, just, oh well. Yeah, there's quite a bit to do. This box here is full of other parts that I was going to use for the Deathwing project, but sadly have not really been put to that kind of use. Off Brandon Mario, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. How you doing? Okay then. Oh yeah, I can use some of these 2x4s for my upcoming narrow gauge project. What's that? This is the head, and this is the neck and body, well, neck I should say, of the previous model that I had, a dragon from World of Warcraft called Deathwing. The idea was to turn this into one big sort of bust, but the idea kind of fell through in that it's going to be very expensive to make, and storing this is going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm going to concede here, and I'm going to have all the parts back. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend the next however long it takes just taking this thing apart. So yeah, of course, as usual, if you have any questions, let me know in chats. We can keep the conversation going. No reason for this to be awkward today. One other thing, I've done some filming today, and good lord, it has been terrible to do so. It's so hot today. It's currently, what, 20 degrees, I think it said? Yeah, currently 20 degrees, but given the room I'm having to work in, it's a much warmer room, and it's way beyond 20 degrees in here. It has to be at least 30, surely. Yeah, so it's not the most fun thing ever, but being able to get on with videos is always a good thing. Right, first thing we need to do, dust all this off. I haven't done a building stream in quite a while, so hopefully this won't be too awkward in that if I want to build, or well, I suppose more so take something apart, I'm actually getting it on camera so you can all see it. I'm also going to have to try and find any potential pieces that have been glued. Josh, my good friend, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing? Oh, we've got a lot of work ahead of us today. I've already done a lot of work. Right, that'll do for there. Just gather all these pieces for now. Also, I need to make sure that any off-brand pieces are put to one side. That's another thing to show concern over. Okay, so that's the headpiece all cleaned up. Tell you what, the neck's behind. Let's do the neck next. Neck next. Yeah. So this was the neck of Deathwing. Quite literally got him by the throat here. Yeah, it's going to crumble in my hands as I do this. Oh, that's okay. We're taking it apart anyways. That's alright. Oh, nice big Technic piece there. Right, let's put that to the side. Let me just take off all of these to save a bit of faff. This is a duck. Hello, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't worry, we've only just started. You haven't missed anything. So how are you doing? If I just keep that there, we'll do it this way around instead. Whoa. Missed several of these, but I'm here now. Absolutely. And hopefully at a more convenient time. Oh, there we go. There's one example of a bit of... Oh, there we go. Can you see that? Yeah, bit of craggle. Oh, dearie dear. I wonder if I could try and save these. I'm going to grab my tweezers. Oh, yeah. All good, how are you? I am doing... Yeah, I suppose I'm doing alright. I got some filming done today. I'm very hot and sweaty. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this correctly, where, Duck, you are British as well. A fine Britishman. How are you handling the heat? To any British people who are watching, how are you handling the heat? Here in merry old England, it rains all the time. So when it rains, we want it to be sunny. But when it's sunny, it's too hot. We don't get the in-between. We don't get days where it can be like quite sunny and like 15 degrees. Like we don't get that. It's either 8 degrees and that's the most it will be for a long time, or 25 degrees and it's you asked for heat, so here it is. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, and of course I'm pretty sure you can all hear. Yeah, so the window is open. I don't know why, but there's a lot of people out on their bikes at the moment. It's been quite frustrating when trying to get through recording today. That was all right. I can still use that. That's okay. Yeah, okay. I don't mind it, to be honest. It's hot. It's too hot in direct sunlight, but my bedroom is nice and cool. Fair enough. I got up to the 44 where I live. God damn, that took me a man. It's gotten up to 44 where I live at before. That's not, yeah. Where I live at before? Yeah, never mind. Not quite grammatically correct, but I get the point. 19 right now, though. It's, well, that's outside. Hello, folks. Are we still here? The stream is broken for me. Keeps repeating the same 5-10 seconds. Right. Yeah, so that's not your end. That's mine. So hopefully everything should be working for you now. Let me just make sure everything's okay here. You catching up? No, I failed to mention this earlier. My sincerest apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So I've had Wi-Fi issues all day today. It's been dropping on and off a lot. So I'm hoping there won't be any more of that. But if it does continue, then I will just end the stream because it is not worth trying to continue this when the bloody thing won't work. Yes, I am back. It's on my end. It's not you, it's me, I promise. It's terrible Wi-Fi today. Absolutely terrible Wi-Fi. Right, where were we? Let's carry on before things get worse. So, everything has been brushed off. Now we just got to take the thing apart, and you will be seeing more leg. I'm gonna try not to show that too much. I've been having that too. Thought it was my internet that messed up the stream. No, it's all on my end. For today's stream, if anything goes wrong, it's my end, which is never a good thing. But that is beyond my control. I very much hope the heat isn't doing anything to kind of mess with it. I don't know how it could do that, but for all I know, it could be. And if you did stick around after that little issue, then thank you very much. If you like this on and off for a couple of weeks, ooh, that's not good at all. That is not good at all. I also had a Bricklink order arrive today. Nice hefty order for parts. So that's arriving on top of all the parts I'm getting back from this model. It will be interesting to see if I can fit it all in. There's 4. Loads of these 3x4 plates, the minifigure display plates. So that's these. As one stack. Look at that. My lord. Okay, next let's have these cheese wedges. There we go, some 4x4 plates coming back. So then, where were we? We were talking about pretty much anything. Any questions, let me know. This is a standard sort of stream. I mean, this isn't the most thrilling thing ever, must be said. So yeah, any questions, any updates, feel free to ask. Nerf videos will be on the way though, because I've been getting a lot of Nerf content done recently, and that's very cool. I am hoping as well to get some Lego train stuff done soon, because there has been a bit of a development in the household regarding a bigger building space. And if that goes along as smoothly as I hope, then I will be able to have the layout, out in a more permanent way. Not all the time, but a dedicated space to be able to work on the layouts will be much preferred. Some parts, parts I'm not going to use can go over there. There we go. Piece. Yeah, I think they can just go over there, to be honest. We can put those. The problem is with that dedicated building space, because I've been talking about this. Well, I'm not been actively talking about it for ages. It's something I have mentioned before, but I mentioned it so long ago, where the idea was put into place, but getting it sorted has taken forever because we've had to try and get rid of things, and then we couldn't be bothered to. Well, not so much me. I don't want to say too much, but we couldn't be bothered to get on with things, so everything all halted, and things got annoying. But now we are actually making progress, and we are getting closer to making that room more viable for me to use as a layouts playroom, or like a playouts room, if you will. I've also thought I've also mentioned in the past number of streams a certain big order. That has now arrived, that has come and gone, that is all finished. So that is for the narrow gauge loop of my layout. The idea is to have a narrow gauge loop connected to the waterfall end of the of the two curved sections I've got. One of them has the goods yard next to it, and the other one will have the waterfall bridge, or rather the water bridge, and we'll have a waterfall connecting to the main narrow gauge layout. I was about to start making that, but between making the nerf videos, the space I'm going to need to actually build it up, and how ambitious this is going to be, I've put it off for now because I really do reckon it will be one of the best things I will ever build out of Lego, but it will take time. Yeah. I've also been thinking about other MOCs to build because I've been having fun stepping away from Lego trains. Again, not permanently, but it's nice taking the break. So the wrestling belts I've made were a lot of fun. I'm going to stick to just those three because belts are very parts consuming, and about 95% of the black 2x4 bricks I had have been completely swallowed up now. And it's quite surprising because it's weird because it looks like it wouldn't take that many, but it takes a lot. So yeah, I'd have basically 2.5 of these. So these are 2x4 bricks just stacked up. So imagine another 2.5 of these for black. That's all I've got left. And I say that in a way where I had like nearly 20 of these just as massive stacks of 2x4 blacks. Yeah, but the belts have them now, and that's a good thing. That's all right. If anybody can also hear the noises outside, I do apologize. Again, if you're just tuning in, that is the window open. I need some air in here because it's so hot. Cragwood pieces can go over there. Those could, well, maybe it's, I wonder. I'm going to try and keep those to the side because there is another castle tower I'm curious to build. Curious enough to want to build. I think that's, yeah. Trying to words is still difficult sometimes. And the off-brand pieces I can chuck behind me there. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So yes, where were we? So yes, other things to build. I have a customized version of the 2010 Space Police Lunar Limo, and that's a cool build, but I might turn that into something. I saw the recent Batmobile and Batcave sets, and I thought, you know what? A lunar limo Batmobile of sorts. I reckon I could build that. So that's on the list. I don't know if I'm going to build that anytime soon, but I do have other Batmobile, well, not Batman parts basically. So again, definitely possible. Be interesting to see what I can really do, but we'll get them when we get there. So that's them. I need to wipe my nose again. Great. Grey piece that needs to go over there for now. Another piece that can go over there. Hoo-wee. Next weekend is also a big weekend for me. It's my next LEGO show, Brick Express at Avon Valley Heritage Railway. It's going to be a very exciting weekend for me because I will basically be in home turf with my LEGO train layout, being hosted at an actual railway. It's always very fun. That's my third Brick Express in a row, and my third Brick Express ever. It will be a great time because I know that I'm very much welcome there. We are going to try something a bit different where, there we go. My layout was always up against one of the walls. But given the nature of that venue and the layouts I'm going to be bringing, we're going to see if it's possible. Well, we're going to be doing it anyways, but we're going to see how well it goes at least when my layout is going to be treated as a 360 display. So people can walk around the entire thing. My only concern is, in the past where I've had a 360 display, kids who came along to watch the show would run around the table chasing the train. That's its own little fun thing, but it's not. So the way that it works, we have something called like a marquee. It's basically a massive tent, and it's not very spacious. So if kids are going to start running around, I really hope they don't bump into anyone else, because that will cause problems. It's never really been an issue, but this is the first time we're trying this sort of thing with a small space. That's what has me concerned, but we're not going to know until we find out and actually do the show. So it could be good, it could be bad. You will find out after the weekend, really. Right, bear with me just 1 second. I need to go wipe my nose. Nice cold drink. Go get yourself a cold drink, everyone. It's summertime. We've earned it. That's a good reminder. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. I'm going to keep the tissue with me because I might need to use that in the future. Kumata, hello. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing? Looking forward to seeing you in person next weekend. And yes, I am back from wiping my nose. That's all that was. Right, let's start off with the smaller structures. Like this neck piece. I said I just remembered something. I completely forgot now. What was it? Ah, yes, that was it. So I've been going to charity shops, and I've been able to find some bags of miscellaneous pieces, and I've decided to kind of take the good pieces from them and put them into a sort of spares bag. So in the future, when I go to meets and shows and the like, I now have a dedicated bag of spares and swaps. So that will be plenty fun to do. Taking a break from working on my display. Well, you've got a whole week to get on with it. But if things don't work out, you can always just link up with my display. Then again, you've got your engines, so that is display enough. But of course, I'm looking forward to seeing what you've built in preparation for the next weekend. Oh yeah. So Kumata here is also going to be joining me at Brick Express next weekend. It's going to be a wonderful time. More dust in there than I remembered. And we're going to keep that there. Or we could just pluck these out from inside. There we go. That's good. True, but engines need somewhere to rest. They do indeed. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep those ones together because I might find more. As I will with them. Okay. Back to this. nice calm day as well. Besides all the loud engines outside as usual. Engines as in like car engines and bike engines. Nice to be able to just, get on with this again. All these corner pieces. Oh yeah. I might have to check that box I've got under my bed. Because there's a bunch of off-brand 2x2 corner bricks there. Yeah, I think I'll leave that for afterwards. I don't even think that's many. I'll look at that later. I don't think that is what I think it is, but I'll look at that later. Over there. Look at all the slope pieces. Look at all those 2x2 slope pieces on this. God damn, that's a lot. But that's also a lot coming back. And some more off-branders. Yeah, I think most of these are going to be off-brand pieces, anyways. My main worry now is if we're short on tables, my secret project is a certain size and can't really be cut down. But the worst case, I can have my stuff in rows like last year. I will be making use of your layout to run it on if the offer's still there. Of course it's still there. Absolutely fine. I'm going to be bringing my Coronation Express, my Blue Goose Express, my Stevenson's Rockets Express, Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle, and Daisy. So I've got 5 things to run, but that's on purpose. So that basically grants you space to be able to run your own things. Because I want to see you, I like the sort of, what do you call it? Basically, sharing is caring. That's what that is here. And it goes back to the very first LEGO show I did, which was Brick Express 2021, where I said to people, if you're able to make it and you have a LEGO train model with you, bring it with you, and I will happily let you run it on my layout. And someone took up that offer. A fan of mine called AB Railfan, who moved on from LEGO trains to cardboard trains. He brought a model with him. We ran it around the layouts, had some fun, had a chat. It was a great time, a really good time. So yeah, it's really cool to be able to do that. To say, we're all in the same hobby. If you want to bring something down for a picture, you're plenty free to do so. Standard procedure of asking before you go ahead, but you're going to get the yes anyways. So yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? Okay then, making a little bit more progress. Slow progress, but all the same, we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, I need to actually start stacking these up, because this is all going to take space as well. Oh yeah, some of these pieces I can just bulk up together. Others I will have to be smart about it. Appreciate it, and likewise you are welcome to pose your stuff on my display, and if you're so inclined. Very probably, on the basis that the only related character I will probably bring is my Thomas model. If you were planning on bringing other Sodal characters, if not, if it's not much trouble, would you be able to bring your Gordon? I'd like to see how it measures up to mine. I could bring a few more, so I'm only planning to bring Daisy and Thomas. I can bring my Gordon if you wish to have that comparison. I can do that. I've been able to rejig a couple of things around to get another big box sorted, but I don't know how much space is left in that big box. So if you want to make a quick list of any characters you want to bring, or you want me to bring, then let me know now, or I will try and organize the box so it all fits in. So again, Thomas and Daisy already on the list. Gordon, I can do that. A list of I don't know, maybe 5 more characters, and I can see what I can fit in. And we'll go from there. And I'm pretty sure people can hear the engines outside. And Tonks Train 17 has just arrived. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing? I'm currently taking apart a big old display sculpture model for the parts. It's going to take a while. Gordon would be the only one, mainly due to his length, but again, only if it fits in. If it's awkward, then whatever. I know I can get at least one more model in, so the Gordon, I think, will be fine. Doing good. I'm at my uncle's playing Choo Choo Charles. I never got around to playing that. I gotta be honest, the hype for me for that is gone. You know, it's definitely a Halloween-ish sort of game. So my desire to play that is, you know, no longer there, sadly. Still a good game, though. I don't knock it. I never made a Lego Choo Choo Charles either. I think I said I was going to one day, but yeah, that time is definitely come and gone. I'm going to be making, or rather remaking, my Ghost Train set. So I had a couple of versions of a Ghost Train in the past, and there was one version that I especially had, which had a matching rake of wagons. And recently I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to have that again. So that's what's going to be happening. When the Lego show has come and gone, once I've got this space a bit more cleaned up, I can make progress on a Ghost Train. I'm not going to bother with the layout stuff until what I mentioned earlier with pardon me, which is when that space downstairs is all sorted. But I can work on smaller things, so yeah, that Ghost Train is also on the list. But naturally, you're not going to get the showcase video until October 31st. That's the rules, after all. It's a Halloween Ghost Train thing, so you get it on Halloween. Have you heard of a game called Rolling Line on Steam? I think I've heard of that, but there's a number of train games out there. I don't really care for train games. I tried playing Train Simulator, but after getting nothing done, I realized, why am I bothering with this? I have Lego trains, I'll just play with them. And it was infinitely better. So yeah, there's that. So hot. Unbelievably hot. Don't like it. If I check that back there, because I might have a few of them already. Red pieces, they can go over there. There was this one Thomas game I had when I was a kid in my childhood. I can't remember the name though. I remember seeing a video. I can't remember who it was. I think it was by a channel that did some videos on some old Rayman games, because at the time I remember watching his videos for an old Rayman game, and then he came across an old Thomas video game. It was definitely a thing, so I think I know which one you're on about, which is quite amazing, to be honest. It was one of those games that plugged directly into your TV, I remember that much. A plug and play. Hot damn. Now that's quite the something. That was what I was going to watch last night. So I need to go to the... Is it yeah. Oh no, I got it right. The Heine House. Thrifting, there it is. Shout out to Jason Heine, absolute legend. I need to watch his thrifting videos again. They were cool. Oh, don't delete the damn tab, you moron. There we go. Whew. Oh, my feet. Oh. I'm not built for this, you know. Doing this at a desk would be much better. It really would. I'll tell you what, let me get rid of that. Nice peaceful here. Just carrying on. Having lots of Lego fun. Sorting is not the fun bit of Lego though. Scrapping a model can be fun, but getting it all sorted as you're scrapping takes time. Bradley Potter, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, I have a Lego Ideas project which I shared on your Discord before. What are your thoughts on the Momentary Express being a potential Lego set? I hope that one day I hope to one day run it at a Lego event. There we go. So my main issue with the idea set that you have made is that it is a licensed set. So it's not impossible, but it's also something that's licensed with Nintendo. And I don't know how Nintendo will behave when it comes to that sort of thing. Now, they've definitely gone ahead with Mario for licensed sets, which is fine because Mario is very popular. Everyone loves Mario. But that's the point. Professor Layton is much less known. They could definitely style it up as Professor Layton kind of sets, but it will be very, very niche in its own way. So personally, whilst I think the Momentary Express will be a very cool set to see, it will probably join the club of other Lego train sets that just won't go anywhere. Because Lego are very finicky when it comes to train sets. Doubly so on ideas. Because only the Orient Express is the only Lego Ideas train set to hit 10k views and actually go ahead to be a set. There have been plenty of train idea sets in the past, dozens, that have made it to 10k supporters and just won't ever get picked, either for licensing reasons, for recognition reasons, or for the fact that Lego just refused to choose it. So whilst myself and many other people would love to see it, the sad truth is it probably won't happen. It could be the most detailed set ever. They won't care for it. That's not me picking on you. That's facts. That's the sad truth that we have to deal with. The Professor Layton would translate well to minifigure style. I agree there, because Professor Layton is really cool. And a printed fig with the top hat? Oh, yes. What's in your opinions on the new Hogwarts Express set? In my opinion, it's better than the 2018 version. It's not bad, but it's not good. We honestly don't need any more. Last year's one, which is basically this one, that should have been the last one. I don't care for them anymore. I'm not buying the new one. The only time I'll ever do a review or any kind of videos on it is if I somehow get it for free or for like £20 cheap. So I don't care for it. And yeah, we've got as Josh just said there, it's more than 5. It's like 7 or 8 versions now. This latest set is version number 7 or 8, including this one too. So yeah, it's really dumb. The 2010 one was my favorite rendition, but then again, I'm biased because that's the first one I got. It wasn't that bad, to be honest, but it's a shame that the 2010 version didn't include the big wheels in the same way that the Emerald Knights introduced, well, the drive wheels that was introduced by the Emerald Knights 1 year prior. What do we break up next? Right, let's go for the head. Nom, 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 nom. Right, come on, Deathwing. Time to go. The only one I still have intact is the 2001 original. Fair enough. I've got one of those as well. It's really good. Problem is, mine's in parts. Yeah, let's go through all of these grey pieces first. Oh boy. Nice to have all these parts back. And lots of them too. Tell you what, let's just bunch those up. Do that way. You're having to really stretch. I'm planning on leaving TikTok because I haven't really been enjoying myself on the app, and the plan is to focus on YouTube more. I never bothered with TikTok. I don't understand how people get so attached to it. But I will back your decision there. If you don't want to be on the platform, head on out. Yeah, just make it do the right thing for yourself. If it makes you feel better, why delay it? Okay. I'm not going to bother with the other grey section because that's too much for me to do right now. May as well chuck that over there as well. Oh, there we go. Oh boy. Oh, I've been thinking about joining the LUKR or something like that again recently. I'm thinking it would be a good excuse to make me get on with building more trains. Can't quite make up my mind. Well, first of all, you can definitely join. We will help push you into making more trains because, of course, we are a train club. But there is no major push to actively be building. So you can join the club and not build any train stuff for a while because, of course, you will have a life. You've got your own things to get on with. And it's not going to be any kind of judgmental sort of thing on it. So you can definitely join up, and we'll definitely help you, or more so point you in the right direction for making your models. But you don't have to feel like you're going to be pressured into making so much. Ooh, don't drop stuff. That's going to splash parts everywhere. There we go. Need to keep my piles nice and tidy. Right, I tell you what, that's all grey pieces. I'm going to leave that over there. Oh, yeah. There we go. I don't know if anyone really asked you this, but what are your opinions on All Engines Go? I was asked about All Engines Go pretty much when it debuted. It's a butchering of the franchise. I remember going to toy stores years ago and seeing a massive Thomas the Tank Engine aisle. Now it barely has any kind of presence in toy stores. Oh dearie dear, sad times. And Sam Brown, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. I recently added more reduction gearing to my Lego Reading E4A 080 Camelback switcher. That was a mouthful. Now she goes nice and slow, like a switcher should. Lovely. Duck says, I keep having ideas, but I haven't really had the time to take them anywhere yet. Keep ending up doing other things. That's very common. That's very standard, very common. You could have a massive list of ideas, and it will take a long time for those to come to fruition. It's just, that's natural. I get the frustrations with that because, of course, I've been there too. But yeah, you know, if you have that list, keep that list safe somewhere, because you can eventually get round to one model at a time, and you will build something absolutely amazing. Okay, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. He says, hey, I know you. You're the internet Lego train guy. I'm late because I'm putting together an oscillating fan. Ah, don't worry about it. If you're not here on the time, it's perfectly okay. Even if you tune in for only 30 seconds just to come in and out and say hello, that's perfectly fine. So thank you so much for tuning in. I wouldn't mind a 2D animated Thomas in this, if the style looks like the books or something. Not that cutesy style or whatever. Yeah, I agree with you there. A book's illustration... Well, it's basically the audio books used from the actual Railway series books, just using the illustrations. That as a TV program would be quite interesting. But you can get all that on YouTube anyway, so, I mean, you're sorted. And it says, Thomas Train 17 says, do you have... I'm going to get rid of the I bit there. Do you have a main focus? Do you have main focus is once I get out of TikTok, I plan to focus on my YouTube channel and make a Roblox game called Rail Blasters. The first half of that was was a bit terrible, it must be said. But yes, I mean, if you have an idea for what you want to focus on, crack on with that, because the more dedication you put into it, the better the overall product. And getting off of TikTok to remove all distractions is an excellent idea. Sam Brown says, I should also probably say hello from 12,000 feet above New Jersey. Now that's my parameters working again. From 12,000 feet above New Jersey, now that I'm paramotor's working again. Oh yeah, you had a paramotor. Wait, you're watching this whilst on the paramotor? I've really just clocked that. Hang on. Are you actually on the paramotor? No, you're not. Come on, be real here. Yes, I am. Wow. Take a picture right now, put it in the Discord server, and prove it. Come on, I want to see that. I want to see what you're looking at. I want to see your view. I want to see what you're seeing. Go on, do it. Post it in the Discord server. Show off big time to everyone. Don't have Discord. Ah, boo. That's alright. God damn though. Hang on, if you're paramoting and you're all the way up there, can you actually hear me clearly? There's not any kind of motor whirring noises or anything of drowning out the sound of the stream, is there? We can shut those back there. That. I have headphones. Oh, of course. There we go. The headphones save the day. Whew. Oh, what's that? Is that a normal? Yes, it is. Where is? There it is. Let's chuck that over there. We're going to get loads of those now. Oh, one moment. I didn't finish taking the neck apart. Oops. We'll get on with that in a moment. It is quite loud though, that two-stroke fan setup. Yeah, I don't doubt that, because I'm pretty sure that's a big old engine you got up there. I need to stretch my legs. Oh, but I want to make sure I'm not showing them on stream. I don't want YouTube mistaking this as not safe for work content. My back is going to kill me. Oh, I'm basically sat long-legged. I can't actually, well, I could show you, but I don't want to show you. It's not quite for the camera, that's the point. The Weird Lego Guy. Hello there. Thank you very much for tuning in. Get it out, Luke. Get the belt out. I'm winning that next weekend. Oh, that's you. I know exactly who this is. So this is a club friend of mine. Oh, where is it? Can you see behind if I do this? Yeah, you can see. So this is the little stack here. If I try and move these out of the way. Can you see a bit more clearly? Yeah, here they are. The stack of belts. Do I bring one with me next weekend? I feel like I have to. I think I kind of have to. Okay, so hang on. Let me go grab one then. The Undisputed's on top. Ooh. I'll tell you what, because I'm going to see you next weekend, I'll bring one belt. Only one. Which one would you like me to bring? Undisputed, big logo belt, or King of the Ring belt? Have you seen the King of the Ring one? Put it on my... Yeah, I can put it on your table. Yeah, why not? I know you'll look after it. And if it breaks, just come to me and I'll fix it, because it is a simple fix. I'm assuming you have a table as well. Or put it on your shoulder. Keep it with you all day. And really look after it. So yeah, to anybody who doesn't know, I took a break from Lego Trains to build some full-size wrestling belts. These actually do fold open, and you can put this on your shoulder. It's a full-size thing. It's very lovely. TLC match? Yeah, yes. Not on the table, through the table. Right. I don't think I've shown you this one. This was the third belt I made. Oh. Bring the main one. So the big logo. So hang on. Oh. So bring this one, yeah? The same one as the same one that I brought to the meet, which is basically this one. I feel like that's a safe choice as well, because most people will be familiar with it. I'll have to bring that in like a bag or something. But the other belts, the third one that I made is, I can't quite get my big arms out of the way. Yeah, this one. Mabel's 1995 King of the Ring custom commission belt. Not a bad design, to be honest. It's a nice, a nice mix-up as well. It's really cool to see something so, because this could definitely work as its own thing, not as a prize to win, not to be treated as a championship, but if you, like, the King of the Ring winner gets the scepter and the crown and the cape for like a few weeks or so, but for the rest of the year, to show that they were the King of the Ring winner for that year, they carry this with them, because come on, what a cool prop this is. So I'll put that one, actually I'll put the Undisputed on the bottom. And yes, okay, you are at least a little bit behind on my, I don't know if you're behind or if I'm lagging. No, I think everything's fine anyways. But yeah, okay, I'll bring the big logo. I'll try and fit it in somewhere, but yes, I'll bring big logo with me. Ooh, just need to put everything back now. Tell you what, in the meantime, will that stay up? That'll do. Oh yeah, and tell you what, since you're here, I've got bags of spare parts, especially from last weekend, or the week, last weekend? Yeah. Don't worry, it's only you and me that know what this is. So yeah, I'll be bringing this with me if you want any parts from here. Ring. I'll keep those two there. I may as well keep that one there, because why not? Oh, we are lagging a little bit. Come on, live stream. Keep up. Well, not so much live stream, but the tablet. Right, I think we're okay. Right, so where were we then? So yes, this will be added to the sort feast. Yes, the sort feast. But again, it's okay. No one else here knows what that is. It's half that, and it's also half bags of pieces I've been getting from a charity shop. So it's actually really cool to go into a charity shop and just find miscellaneous bags of Lego for like £2. So I've mixed it up, and yeah, I'm going to be bringing some of the extra pieces if anybody wants any of them. Whew. I'm currently trying to catch up to someone flying an ultralight, but my paramotor is not that fast. I'm currently doing about 37 miles per hour. That may not be fast for a paramotor, but that's still quite fast. You're doing 37 for goodness sakes. Ah. Right, we'll leave the head for later. Please, some people, some crazy paramotorists do 50. Now, to some people, that'll think that's only like 30 miles per hour more. Let's say you're driving a car, you go from 37 to 50. That's quite a bit different. You know, that's quite the difference. Especially for me, as someone who's still learning to drive, going up to that speed can be quite the something. So, yeah. You won't catch me paramoting though. Good lord, I cannot manage heights. Okay, Night of Champion about to... Oh yeah, it's Night of Champions! Right, before you go, I'm not going to be able to tune in live for it. So I'll leave the, I'll wait for the highlights later on. But, quick bet with you now, who wins the Tag Team Championships? KO and Sammy or Bloodline? Just let me know who you think. I swear to God, if Roman wins, I swear to God, there will be problems. Also, it's nice for us, you know, here in the UK, to be able to tune in for a WWE pay-per-view at a decent time. It's about to ding 5 p.m. and the pay-per-view is about to start. That's excellent. So yeah, speaking of Night of Champions and the belts, yes, of course, I am a wrestling fan. Have been for over 15 years. And I am currently figuring out a new custom belt. So I had an idea to make a Roman Reigns Signature Series belt. And I'm going to make it kind of prop style. But that will only work if I win an eBay auction for a Toy Universal Championship belt, which I can use as a sort of, what do you call it? Like a base unit to faff around with to get measurements and so forth. Because obviously a toy belt is much smaller. But the idea is, of course, to take that and basically expand upon it. KO and Sammy because the Usos will cost Roman. Yes, I honestly think that's the only way that match can go. Because SmackDown last night, seeing all the bloodline drama, oh, it's boiling up. It's boiling up. It's getting good. We'll finally get that Jey Uso face turn. He's going to do it. Also, if Seth doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship, there will be riots. Bradley Potter says, I was wondering if you know any Lego communities or groups that focuses on Lego trains. I live in the north of Lincolnshire area, but I don't know any lugs that are close to me. Well, first of all, because you say you live in the UK, North Lincolnshire, you can join the LUKR. We are a Lego Train Club based here in the UK, and we are a club that has members spread all across the UK. So you really could just join us. We're not a lug, so to say, but we will be very happy to have you. In terms of local Lego user groups, I'm afraid that's something you would have to do your research on, because I know about lugs that would be in my area. I wouldn't know about lugs in other areas. So sadly, I can't quite help you there. But the LUKR is something I can absolutely point you in the direction of. And I think someone asked a question earlier. Yeah, you asked a question earlier that I skipped over. First of all, Duck says, "Don't forget to like the stream, everyone." Indeed, thank you, thank you to everyone for tuning in for as long as you have. If you do enjoy the stream, be sure to give it a like. I'm going to be doing loads more of these streams in the future, so these won't exactly be going anywhere. Okay, time to transfer some fuel. I'm hoping you're not doing that whilst you're mid-flight. God, that'd be one hell of a thing to do. Anyways, yes, Sam asked a question in chat earlier that I kind of glossed over. And it was, what are some of your favourite Lego train sets or models? So, train sets is quite easy. So, first of all, a recent one is the 2022 Lego City train station set. I bought that and built it, and I'm very happy with the end result. It's a nice looking station. It's sadly back in the box because I can't really do too much with it. I would like to try and get it out and put it into the layout in some way in the future. But for now, I could definitely say that's a good set. Not expensive, it's very modern looking. It's just really well done. I like it. Emerald Knight, of course, is on that list because it's just the set that got me into the hobby. It was the engine that I modified the most to basically put me on the path that I'm on now. And in terms of other sets, the Monster Fighters Ghost Train from 2010 is definitely on that list because I built my Ghost Train based on that. And the Ghost Train that I built is one of my all-time favourite MOCs. Years ago, I did compilations with my giants, and I kind of described the Ghost Train set that I made as one of my finest ever creations. And I do stand by that because it was so creatively different. And the fact that I was able to make wagons for it, I was so happy. So that's definitely on the list as well. I have my Horizon Express sets all built up in a box over there. So that's definitely on the list because it was really cool. Back in the day when it first came out, my dad, when it came out, my dad kind of saw it in the toy shop and he said to me, "Go on, Luke, buy 2 of them. Go on, we can put it together. Go on, go on, go on." And at the time, I wasn't too happy with him making me do that. But looking back, it's like, yeah, I'm actually quite happy that you convinced me into doing so. Because I've got 2 Horizon Express. Well, I've got 3 actually. But a set I've got more of is the Metroliner. I love the Metroliner sets. I bought 5 of them through Bricklink. Spent too much money on them. But at the same time, I am very much pleased with what that set has allowed me to do. Josh saying, "See you, goodbye, Rock Band Hyena. Thank you very much for tuning in for as long as you have. Have a good day." And yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of some of the best sets. I think I'll go with that little list there. I don't do a lot of sets anymore, and I've made that known loads of times. But that's not a bad list, to be honest. And that was a loud car engine outside. Can't do too much about that. If I close the window, it will melt. What's that one there? Why are they there? Are they supposed to be there? Oh, okay. Well, let's make sure those I can actually see them. Whew. You are refueling refueling, there we go, mid-flight. All I need to do is take my extra fuel bladder, connect it to the hose coming from my fuel tank, open a valve, and slowly roll up the bladder, forcing the fuel into the tank. Well, you make it sound easy. Do you remember, well, I haven't actually seen the episode, but there is an episode of the Grand Tour where they try to do a petrol refill on the go, and it nearly worked, but sadly it all caught fire, which is very much them to do that. Whether the fire was intentional or not, I don't actually know, but it's a thing they did and it still worked. Well, worked, you know. Sitting cross-legged again, I'm crushing my feet so I can feel my ankles yelling at me. God damn it. Yeah, I didn't sit long-legged for that long because it was not comfortable to do that. Immediately switching back. Oh. Oh. Does anybody else click their toes in the same way they click their fingers? As long as nothing leaks, it's really not that difficult to do. Yeah, fair enough then. Or dangerous. Yeah. I totally believe you. Don't worry. It's just so bizarre and alien and foreign to me, that's all. Because obviously it's something I don't do. Back, but going to be silent. Oh, that's good. Well, glad to see everything's okay, and good to see that you're back, Josh. If you're going to be silent, then that's not a problem at all. You know, you can do your own thing, carry on. There's a lot of people who watch streams and just lurk, so yeah. You carry on. Nope. Nope. It's kind of annoying as well now, having to check every brick to see if they're Lego made or off-brand. Because off-brand pieces I have to put to one side. Like those two. Is there any way I can find a picture of your Deathwing before you start scrapping it? Well, I've already started scrapping it, but yes, you can. I have posted a vlog on my channel about 2.5 months ago. It's my Comic-Con vlog. There should be a snippet in the vlog of me showing my Deathwing model. It's just the head and the neck. Again, it's basically everything up here. It's nothing too impressive, but it was still nice to build it because it was a good break from all the railway stuff. This model's a few years old anyways, so you won't be able to find a picture, but there is documentation out there of it existing. I may as well have those back over here. Okay, I'll check it out later. That's alright. It should be, well, I don't post that often, so it shouldn't be cluttered amongst other videos and such. Should be able to find it quite easy. I've got two pieces I can't separate. So I've got two of these plus plates, whatever you want to call them. I've put them on top of each other. Oh, bugger. Oh, I've got an opening. There we go. Got it separated. The curse of binding. Yes. Indeed. Right, I might as well lay that down so that doesn't fall over. So those two there, but I'll put that one over there. Does anyone know what happened to British Bricks? He hasn't uploaded in 6 months. He's doing fine. You do need to remember, he is still a uni student. He's doing a lot of stuff with his own personal life. And chances are, he's doing a lot of filming and recording a bunch of stuff, making a lot of progress behind the scenes. Just nothing is going to be posted for a while. It's like building up to something. That would be my guess. I don't have any kind of personal interaction with him, so don't quote me on any of this. But he will be fine. He will be doing his own thing. Not everyone is constantly building or constantly in the hobby of their choosing. So he's having, it's not a dark age, but he's having a bit of a break. He's got things going on. That's all it will be. Nothing bad, but I can understand your concern. Yeah, we will all be waiting impatiently. I wonder if he's got a Patreon, so I wonder if his Patreon is still going. I might have to check up on that after the stream. Whew, right, that is the neck all taken apart. We have been streaming for 1 hour and 16 minutes now, or at least that's what my camera says. Minus the hiccup earlier in the stream. Yes, I did. And Duck can back everyone up here and say, uni work takes up a lot of time. No doubt. I can understand, to be honest. I'm a college student. As much as I love doing stuff with Lego, trains, there are sometimes other things which are more important. Yep, absolutely. Okay then, let's get back to smashing some head. Oh, poor Deathwing. Oh well. It was nice having it, but at the same time, it wasn't. Whew. Can I try and do it that way around? Yeah. Even got some train wheels back. Used a couple of train wheels in this model. There we go, got a pair of those back. I'll put that one over there, I think. Were those wheels eyes or nostrils? They were actually the base. So that's one of the wheels you can see there. That's one of the wheels there. It's one of the base pieces for one of the dragon horns. The eyes and the nostrils were much smaller, but in order to get like a sudden sort of curvature, I just used a train wheel piece. So yeah, it was an interesting idea. It technically worked. If the wheel was the eye or nostril, this model would be way larger. And that would be hell to try and figure out when it comes to storing or that sort of thing. Technic, oh yeah, I can go over there. Clever part usage, yes, thank you very much. We're just in the repetitive stages now. Nothing too thrilling. Where did I see the other one of these? There it is. Where is over there? Speaking of British bricks from a moment ago. So, anyway, yeah, I messaged him and a number of other people on Flickr to see if he was interested in coming on the podcast. Brick Railway Builders podcast episode 11 premieres tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time, so make sure you tune in for that. But the problem is, I messaged about 7 or 8 people, and less than half of them have replied. So it's not an issue with them, it's an issue with Flickr Mail, because who the hell bothers with Flickr Mail? I might have to send them an email or a YouTube comment. But yeah, I would like to have Sam on. Shut that with there. I mean, he might be interested after all. Won't know until he replies, but then again, given how busy he is, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Not a problem though. I got loads of other people in mind as well who I want to have on the podcast. Might not be there for the premiere, but we'll definitely be watching it next week. That's alright. No, we'll keep those two separate, I think. So, episode 12 for the Brick Railway Builders podcast has also been recorded. It is going to be edited in the coming days and will be premiering in 2 weeks. Next weekend will be Lego Show weekend. I'm going to do a stream on the Sunday evening to have a little breakdown of the show to let you know how it went. Same old casual chat and conversation and the standard stream, basically. Then the weekend after that will be episode 12. And my guest for episode 12 is a winner of one of the categories for the TLR Awards, which is my Lego Train competition, and a previous winner for the Brick Train Awards. Awalt Rolling. He made the giant green W1, and he also made his A4 Silver Link. Recently, he made a Flying Scotsman model, which looks rather excellent indeed. He is also the man who runs and owns Capital Loco Kits, which is a website for instructions for his models. And he will be guest number 12. It's going to be great. I am looking into getting Trace Pierce, who is Pierce Bricks, on the show, because he definitely has quite the following, and I'm pretty sure his episode will do very well. He's a very cool person to have a conversation with, but his profession and the time zone difference might be a bit of a challenge, but it's again not impossible. I was able to record with Awalt, I should say. He lives in Australia and he's 9 hours ahead. I had to wake up not early in the morning, but morning for me was evening for him. So, you know, yeah, if I can do that, then I think we're okay. How strong is your strongest locomotive? Mine is my Erie L180880 Camelback, which can pull a car with about 15-pound dumbbell on a slight incline. None of my engines are powered. It's all done in the rolling stock, so technically I am unable to answer that question. I've never bothered with powered engines because it's proven to be so difficult to do. It's not impossible for me to do, but at the same time, I don't have that kind of desire. That's not quite my building method. So sadly, that's my only answer there. Could be worse. Right. More breaking head. Just chuck it all over there for now. And keep that separate though, because I can use that piece. We're getting along. We're getting there. It's a good thing it's only Saturday. Sunday tomorrow could be... Oh, good lord, where the hell did that go? Anyway, I can spend tomorrow getting on with the rest of this and packing it all away. What actually flew? What flew? Okay, a piece flew behind me, and I don't know where it is. Ah, yes. Anyways, carrying on. My weakest locomotive is a narrow gauge 040 powered by circuit cubes. Well, that makes sense. But the circuit cubes are still really cool. Never got around to getting any myself, which is a shame because circuit cubes are very handy. Nonetheless, it's something I can still try in the future if push comes to shove. It would be cool to try and power a narrow gauge model with a circuit cube, but depending on the design, I don't know how possible that will be. I'll just keep that one there. We'll keep that one there. How hot is it at the moment? Oh, still 20 degrees. Still 20 outside. If you're familiar with railroads online, the locomotive in question is basically a slightly larger version of Betsy. I am not familiar with railroads online, so I don't understand the reference. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I bought a load of... Oh, bollocks. Some of the pieces I'm getting back were purchased on a Bricklink order recently that I bought loads of. So, yeah. I think I'll be alright getting them all back in. Ugh. Pardon me. That's not a good sound. This is a duck says it'll have to be a very light blue engine or a very well concealed circuit cube. Yeah. I think I'll have to try and conceal it somehow, some way. I reckon it could work. It actually only uses one of them smaller motors. That was the only way I could get it to fit everything in. Yeah, I think that's the best benefit though. You can only really use the circuit cube with those tiny motors. But that's the whole point of them to begin with. They're designed for those tiny motors. Yeah, sorry, one up. I think all my dark grey pieces will not be sorted further. I'll just chuck them into the dark grey box I got underneath my bed. Just for the sakes of not having to faff around with all of this. It actually uses one of the smaller motors. That was the only way I could fit. Oh yeah, I just read that one. Circuit cubes have several different motors available, and I had to use the smallest, weakest one they had. Well, it's not exactly a bad thing. You still got it working. But I get the frustration there. I remember years ago, I wanted to power a version of the Emerald Champion. And it worked for a bit. I had two medium motors for one battery box. So one for the front unit. I think it's version, I want to say version 15.3. It should be online still, where I attempted powering it, and it was working. But soon, like literally later that day, the batteries just went. It was gone. I don't know. At the time, I looked at it as, oh, it's just not working. I didn't really decipher what the issue was. But with all the battery box issues I'm going through at the moment, my guess is it was a case of the batteries being just drained. Where did I put my other slip brakes? There they are. It can pull all two cars, each 2 inches long. Well, it works. It's definitely pulling, well, it's pulling something, obviously, so, yeah. That counts as a success. To get the piece out of the way. Then again, you could do what I do. Take a page from my book, power some of the rolling stock. But then again, that's narrow gauge, and that could be quite difficult. Okay, never mind. Abandoned mission. Well, then again, that would be quite the challenge. Unabandoned mission. Go for it. Why not? We'll keep that one there. Yep. Where did I put? There they are. How much battery? Oh, that's fine. Tablet's still got loads of charge. I might go for another half an hour, I think. I mean, the original plan was for this to be a 2-hour stream. I'm not going to get this base unit scrapped in time for the stream. But that's okay. That is all fine. Because I have time after this to get on with it. That's an off-brand piece. Oh yeah, I need to do them. There, so I can go there. Quick break to wipe my nose again. Oh, oh, lordy lord. Okay, where were we? Just plodding along. Let me give it a quick dust, I think. Alright, I've had a headwind. I've got a headwind. I'm climbing up to 15,000 feet. Apparently the wind is calmer up there. I forgot you were power motoring. Power motoring? Yeah. Para motor gearing. I mean, maybe it is calmer up there, but I'm pretty sure it'd be more difficult to breathe because you're going higher. Well, then again, I wouldn't know because I'm not a paraglider. Oh, look at that. That was his eyes. Can you even see his eyes in this lighting? Well, kind of. Well, not really. What if I take off his eyebrows? It's very much like... Oh, that's good. That's two. Oh, that's two of them. Okay. Where are my wedges? They are there. And that's this. I need to get on with two tile pieces. Very good. So what pinged off? Oh, it was one of those that pinged off. Okay. So at least the piece that pinged off earlier, I know what piece that is. Whether I find it or not is something completely different. Nah, hypoxia doesn't come an issue until 16 to 20,000. Then I would recommend, with my lack of experience, not going that high. Being able to breathe is a good thing. I wonder what I can use these pieces for in the future. These sort of rounded 2x6 plates. Don't know if I'll be able to use these for anything, but be worth keeping them to one side. Yeah, okay. Coming across more off-brand pieces. Not a bad thing at all, but just further sorting. Right, I'm gonna have to make another pile, I think, for them because that's getting annoying now. This is there. I've got to 21,000 feet before, but I brought oxygen that time. Ah, that's how you do it. Why were they there? Right, okay. Finding some questionable parts and like, why are these? Why were these in the middle of the? So that was basically in the middle of the, like, there basically. I don't know why I put those there. Well, I don't need to take them apart either, to be honest. They can stay together because that's how they're stacked. Big old plates, that's okay. That can go with them. That may as well lay down as well because that's only going to fall over. Oh, this is not that exciting anymore, it must be said. We got through a lot of the bigger stuff, and now it's just all the finicky bits. Oh. But still, having all these pieces back is always a good thing. Whether I use them again properly is a completely different question. That keeps that there. Ugh, my nose. Not doing me any favours this evening. It was so incredibly cold up there, I was shivering under 3 layers of clothes. I could kind of understand that. I need a... Oh yeah, I got a drink with me. I was just about to say I need a drink. I got this thing. The good stuff. Alright, let me get these last few pieces. Then we'll have a quick drink. Right. Come here. Well, and these ones as well, because why not? There, that one there, that one there. Oh, my back. Oh, I'll tell you what, getting old hits you hard, you know. So yeah, I am actually here, you know. I'm off to one side still. Just try not to show off too much of myself. Not the best camera angle, like I mentioned earlier, but there's only so much I can really do about that before it looks uninteresting. I want to show off what I'm doing, not what I look like. Number 6. Okay. We still got a bit more head to take apart. I think I might come to a stop soon. So once this headpiece has been dismantled, we're going to end the stream there. Oh yeah, it's one of those double ones I could actually use with them. Okay. That's fine. I'll check one on there. Do I have any 1x6s? No, I don't. I'll have to join them on the other wall. So I think I'll take this opportunity to talk about the current upload schedule. There really isn't that much to really talk about, but it's still worth getting you prepared for what's coming up. But first, Bradley Potter says, I noticed that in the Grand Emporium modular, there are 2 top hats displayed that look like the ones worn by Leighton and Luke. I don't know if it's an intentional reference, but I think that's cool. Ah. Probably not intentional, but if they fit, why not use them, you know? So yes, my current upload schedule and what's coming out. So some more Nerf videos are on the way. Brick Railway Builders podcast episode 12 premieres tomorrow, of course. There is more blaster. So with the Nerf stuff, there are more blaster reviews coming. There is a versus and a combos episode coming. There are some more shorts where I talk about blasters briefly. And I also used today to answer a question by... Oh, hang on. Are we still here? I think we're still here. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. Where was I? Yeah, so I was asked about my setup and my gear. Well, I say earlier today, I basically woke up this morning to see that comment. And I thought, well, yeah, I've got gear with me. I don't really go to Nerf wars. I'm very much an at-home kind of Nerfer. Oh, there is a Nerf, not a club, but there are a group of people who organize Nerf wars in my local area. But the problem is getting to and from. So I don't really go to them because I'm not too sure how many people will be willing to lug around someone else's stuff. And these pieces are very dusty. Look after your pieces, folks. Oh, that's not coming off. That's right then. So yeah, for now I've humbly accepted just, you know, doing the same nerfing thing that I've been doing for the longest time. Just blinking. And that's definitely plenty fun, because there are a lot of good blasters for that. And you can really learn to enjoy and love blasters, or certain blasters I should say, by just keeping them at home and just shooting your own targets. I do want to set up my own little crash course, but that's something for my own home. Definitely not for where I'm living at the moment. There's 15,000 feet, and the wind is indeed calmer, though I'll still get headwind, unfortunately. Well, I suppose that's the sacrifice play. Or a trade-off, or whatever the term there would be. In addition, so back to Nerf content, or just YouTube content as a whole. The Nerf stuff, of course. A few more episodes of the podcast are going to be on the way. Off the top of I don't have it immediately up, so I can't check. But yeah, there's still plenty on the horizon. This is the busiest my channel has been for a long time, because I'll get sparks of inspiration for videos kind of in sections, and then it will go quiet for a while. But live streams, of course, will continue, and of course we will get some vlog action from the Brick Express Lego show next weekend. So that's something to definitely keep an eye out for. Or however many vlogs I'm able to put together. I might just focus on my display, because it's going to be a very busy weekend there. Not a bad thing at all, but the more I can video, the better, I suppose. It's always a weird feeling being above the clouds. I wouldn't be able to relate there, because I'm very much someone who would prefer to stay on the ground. Is it 22? My phone has just said it is now 22 degrees outside. As if it was hot enough. So many pieces as well. This is lovely. Never been in a plane before, or any aircraft for that matter. Same here. And frankly, I would rather keep it that way. I'm not one for traveling. My feet are killing me because I'm sitting on them. Hey, it's a pleasure being watching you talking on your live stream today. That's right, thank you very much for tuning in for as long as you have. If you need to head off, then you carry on in your own time. Don't worry about me. Thank you so much for your time. I will be bringing this stream to a halt soon enough anyways. I'm one for traveling, it's boring here. It's not exactly boring here, but that's not a good thing. Yeah, that's a normal piece I can use. I've been sitting on my foot for the longest time. really not comfortable. Oh yeah, I have them in a stack. Whoo-wee. So, I wonder what's going to be going on later this evening, because well, I pretty much know what I'm doing today. I've got video editing to do, pretty much. That's always a time-consuming task. Get these bloody pieces off. Oh, ow. Chuck that one down, sure. Paramotors are great because they're cheap to buy and cheap to buy and run, easy to fly, and there's very few rules about where you can take off and land. I can go as high as I like or want, or skim 3 feet off the ground. Fair enough. Transportation of the future? Transportation of the future today. I don't think they would have those kind of ads. Like a 50s Fallout style ad. I don't think I'd still try it though. I mean, I'd rather keep my feet on the ground. Not to say that I'm boring or anything, but I know what I like. A lot of people will always know what they like. May as well chuck that down. Oh, pardon. Number 6. Where's that gone? There it is. Oh, there's something there. We got this much left. That used to be a big old head. Got one back there as well. I suppose they should go with them, yeah. No, they top at around 50 miles per hour for the high performance ones. And they can only carry about 30 minutes of fuel. Well, going at 50 miles an hour for 30 minutes, you can still get somewhere. That's not bad. But in terms of the modern world, I suppose that isn't exactly good. Nope. Okay then, we are almost done. Oh, that's why it wouldn't come out, because it was so wedged in. I know this hasn't been the best angle, but again, I mentioned earlier in the stream that this is on purpose. I'd rather kind of show it like this and then show it. I'm wearing shorts. Sure, not everyone's going to want to see lots of leg. So, whilst this isn't the most interactive angle, it's the most flattering. There's still a little bit of me here, but there isn't too much me here. Plus, most of them only seat one person, and the two-seat versions have much worse performance. That makes sense. So, travel of the future, not yet. We'll get there when we get there. Oh, you're back. That's fine, honestly. Your live streams are always worth watching because you always interact with us. Yes, of course. That's the main sort of exciting point of all of this. The whole point of doing these live streams is being able to chat with people. It's always fun. It's something to do whilst I'm talking with people. The minifig who? Even at this point in the stream, we have new people joining. Hello, how are you doing? I have a few videos I need to do, but editing them seems boring. Editing is quite the drag, yeah, but you'll have to learn to, well, maybe not love it, but you'll have to learn to accept it because yeah, it's not good. The longer the video, the more horrible the editing is. Ugh, pardon me. Hey, let me wipe my nose. Ugh. A lot of people joining in all of a sudden. I'm seeing the concurrent viewer count, and there's a lot of people coming in. So hello, if you're someone who's only just tuned in, hello, welcome to the stream. Again, not the best setup, but I am here. We are doing stuff. We are getting on with scrapping some models and getting some parts back. Sam says, and the more videos they put out, the worse the editing is. Yeah. I mean, the worst videos I to edit, I don't know if they're actually the worst. Editing the podcast is not that bad because I'm listening to the entire thing and cutting out all the ers and ums and the gaps and all the horrible bits. Really isn't that bad. It just takes forever to do. And that is a loud ass engine. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, editing the podcast really isn't that bad. I don't know what kind of videos are worse. Maybe like the Nerf stuff or some of the Lego Train showcase videos, where if I do like 5 takes of something, having to cut, like remembering how many takes I did and having to cut them all out, making sure that's all correct. That is that's frustrating. But again, you can, like, there have been times in the past where I have made videos where I've gotten pretty much every take correct, and it's just a matter of cutting the sort of dead space between takes. Where is there? And just going from there. So yeah, I think the most annoying thing, in fact, is not so much the editing itself. Exporting the videos when they're done takes up time. And again, the podcast will take about 3.5 hours to export, which is frustrating because that's 3.5 hours of time where I can't use my computer for anything else. Very early on, I decided to try and just do, not like play a game or anything, just try and use my computer whilst my video was being exported. And the editing software crashed. So I was like, no, great. So I've got to restart. I don't know how far in it got, but it just did not like it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the last little bit I'm going to be taking apart before we conclude here. A couple of tiles, a couple of tiny plates, and that is the head and neck of Deathwing, now scrapped. Oh, my feet are killing me. I've been sitting on my feet and it's a bit of a horrible feeling. But speaking of editing, in some of the videos I've been doing recently, I've been trying to have a bit of fun with editing, like making the camera angles a bit quirky, trying just anything really. Nothing too crazy because my editing skills are minimalistic. That is a very minging brick. I don't want that. Where was that 2x8? You can go as way. Go away as well. There we go. Got there in the end. Okay, folks. The last two pieces to separate. Now then. Now we're done. You've lasted longer than me sitting on my feet. Mine go dead after 10 minutes. Well, my feet are still hurting because I'm actually sitting cross-legged and it just crushes my feet. Well, goodbye from 15,000 feet above New Jersey. Sam, thank you very much for tuning in for as long as you have. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. So then, that is everything I have planned for today. So let me try and lift this up and show you the little sea of pieces. There we go. All of these pieces and my freshly shaven legs. This is what I've been able to get so far from scrapping Deathwing. There's all the dark grey pieces over there. Another look at the belt, because the belt is the best. And yeah. There we go. Whew. This has been good. Nice to see all of these pieces back. These are nice, good, clean, useful pieces. And whilst I'm not going to be doing too much building in the immediate future, it's just nice to have these back. I'm going to have to kind of clean all this up and shuffle it all to one side. Not impossible, but I'm not going to try and put everything away because I've still got more to go through. But at the same time, it'll just be casual as I go to put this away. Right then, folks, we have been going for 2 hours. I think that will do. This has been quite the good stream, to be honest. We had a lot of people come and go, and plenty of discussion was had. Plenty of Legoing was done. Where is I took off one more piece. Let me check on there. Where did I put? Where's my wall of these? Where's my wall of 2x2 round bricks? There it is. It fell over. Yeah, let's put that back there. Okay. Right then. Lots of useful pieces there for sure. Absolutely. Lots of standard convenient bricks, like you've got 2x4 bricks, 1x4 bricks, 2x3 bricks. Lots of 2 wide plates, 2x4s, 3s/8s by 10s. All the good stuff. So yes, it'd be nice to be able to top up my wall of, well, you can't really see it because it's behind all these boxes, but all of my drawer units there with pieces in them. Nice to get them all topped up. And those are mostly black pieces too. More loud car engines outside. And yeah, I think that will actually be time then. Glad I could make it to the stream. I've been bidding them. You've been bidding them? Hey? That's typo of the century. You've been enjoying them? What do you mean by that? Yeah. No, it doesn't matter because my phone autocorrects the stupid stuff as well. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Should I turn this? Here we go. So this is what you weren't seeing throughout this live stream: a pair of hairless legs. Yeah, it's not quite a flattering sight. It must be. Let's turn away quickly. Turn away. Horrible. Ugh. So yes, that is the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all ever so much for tuning in for as long as you have. In the description, you can find links to all of my social medias, including the Discord server, my second YouTube channel where I talk about stuff outside of the Lego and Nerf hobbies, my Flickr and my Instagram, because I do a lot of sneak peeks and behind the scenes stuff on my socials. And if you want to see some more Luke Triton action, consider giving me a follow. And that is it. I have a lot of... Oh, missing. I've been missing them, not bidding them. That makes sense. Well, it's good for you to be able to tune in because you are definitely very fun to talk to. Yes, lots of videos on the way out, lots of Nerf stuff as well. I'm going to try and keep you up to date with all the Lego stuff that's happening as well. But then again, Lego stuff at the moment is slow. The only major thing at the moment, Lego-wise, is the show next week. Once again, that is Brick Express at Avon Valley here in Bristol. If you're in the area, come on down. It's a 2-day show going across the entire weekend of the 3rd and 4th of June. I'm going to be bringing my layouts. It's going to be a great time, and I hope to see you all there. On the Sunday evening for June 4th, once the Lego show is done, I will be doing a live stream that evening. That will be a sort of wrap-up live stream to talk about how the show went. And yeah, it'll be a good time. So thanks everyone so much for watching. And I shall see you all tomorrow night for the premiere of the Brick Railway Builders podcast, episode 11. Thanks again for watching, folks. I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye, everyone.